Welcome back to 13C. Today we're talking about the ACT, or Advanced Combat Trigger, from ALG Defense. Now this is, if you're familiar with the name, ALG Defense, if you're not, you probably should be. They are a sister company of Geisley, who of course is well known for their triggers. There's actually a specific reason why we went with the ACT in this build we'll get into in just a little bit. And we're gonna have a full video out on this entire build, this quarter circle 10 build, and what parts we have on here, why we selected what we did. We started with the base builder's kit from quarter circle 10 and then built it up from there. We'll get into that in another video though, but I wanted to get this one out ahead of it because that video should be coming up in another week and a half. It's a ton to edit. It's a full build video. I actually go through fully building one of these up from scratch, everything upper, lower, the whole 9 yards. But so that's going to take a while to get done. But I want to get this one out right now because we are giving away, thanks to ALG, a ALG Defense ACT trigger, the same one that's, well, the exact same kind of trigger that's in here, but this one's new in the box that we're going to be giving away. I wanted to rush this out, and that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to talk about the trigger a little bit. We'll roll in some shooting in a little bit, but I've got my ears out for right now. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything with a 3-lug mount out here today, but we'll roll in plenty of footage of that. This thing's seen about 1,000 rounds over the past 6 to 8-ish weeks. Between friends and family shooting at a lot of suppressed fire, man, this thing has been the belle of the ball, so to speak. When it comes to shooting suppressed, everybody loves this thing. My firstborn cannot get enough of this thing. So let's talk about this trigger here real quick. Why I select? Well, first of all, why I selected it, and if you're familiar with 9mm builds, they can be finicky. They can, if you don't put in the right parts. And like, I've got a variable adjustable buffer in there, which I could tweak and mess around with if I wanted to, but you nail as many parts as you can up front, and there's a lot less tweaking you're going to have to do on the back end. So this is technically a MIL-SPEC trigger. For all intents and purposes. The pull weight in here, if you use the tan spring it comes with, is 6 pounds. It also comes with the purple spring, and that's the spring that I'm running in that build right there, is the purple one, which is 4.5 pounds. Now if you're in an 8, now I know there's light bulbs are going off in your head if you're a police officer or you work with the various government agencies, and they're very specific about what you can and can't do to an AR you may be running. You're running this 6-pound spring that falls just above the 5.5 pound minimum, but well below the 9.5 pound maximum for the trigger weight for a MIL-SPEC trigger that's going to be acceptable for most agencies, most departments, most government entities. Again, you have to check with your armorer, make sure you're not running afoul of anything, but generally speaking, this should get you off of whatever gritty bulk thing that may be in your go-to carbine or rifle. So what they basically done in here is they polished all the surfaces. They did a hard lubing as well to the various components. The trigger and hammer are 8620 alloy steel. Disconnectors 1070 high carbon steel, and then the pins, they even went so far for the pins as to do 4140 chrome moly pins in here as well. And what that does, it gives a very smooth trigger pull. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of 2-stage triggers. I'm also a fan of single-stage triggers for the proper applications. For something like a 9mm build, a single-stage trigger, there's no point in having a 2-stage trigger in my opinion. So we did a video on a Geisley SSP, I have no idea how long ago, somewhere between 6 and 18 months ago. Let's go with that. Somewhere back there, just Geisley SSP 13C, you can search it, it'll come up, maybe I'll link to it, something like that. But anyway, a well-made single-stage trigger can be great for precision shooting as well. For something like this though, that MIL-SPEC hammer, or at least sized hammer, as far as width and profile, means that it will be significantly less likely to give you problems with a 9mm bolt. We're doing a 9mm build, and we'll get into this in the other video, but that's one of the reasons why I selected this one. Anyway, let's talk about the trigger itself. So what we have here is you're just gonna apply pressure, and then it's just a straight pull back, and then there it goes. There's no shelf, there's no wall, it's just full pull. And then when you're resetting your trigger, you're out. There's your audible and tactile feel, and then pull back, and that's it. It's nice and it's crisp, and it's well done. I think ALG did a great job on this trigger. So anyway, I'm excited to be able to bring you guys this giveaway, and a special thank you to ALG for sending one of these out for this giveaway. We really appreciate it. We're going to include some 13C swag if you win this thing. And to enter is very simple. We have people who follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Full30, Gunstreamer. To try and do something cross-platform like that, or independent platform, alienates everybody else. And in the very early stages, we did, you know, 1 or 2 giveaways here and there, and regardless of what platform it was, you know, somebody was getting left out, and we don't want that. So everybody has an email address, and we'll keep it simple that way. We'll give it away through the email, through our newsletter. You're signed up for the newsletter, you're good. You've got 48 hours to claim this guy. Once it's given away, it'll be given away Independence Weekend. So it's going to be Sunday night, whatever that is, the 6th or 7th, something like that. 6th or 7th, we'll do it either on IG Live or Facebook Live, something like that. You don't have to have it, you don't have to watch. We'll send you an email, and then reply to the email, and boom, you got it. You'll have 48 hours to reply. If not, we'll draw again. We'll move on to the next one. So definitely make sure you're checking your email and making sure these aren't going to the spam box before then. And then that's it. There's no hoops or anything else. Sign up for the newsletter. We'll email you maximum once a week. Usually it's about once every 10 days. Honestly, here lately I've been slacking on the email. We've barely been sending out 2 a month. So promise not to spam you out on that. Thanks again, everyone. We really appreciate it. We'll roll some shooting footage in here in just a second. I'm going to put my ears in and get to work on this guy here really quick. But otherwise, this video is going to be coming out. The full video will be coming out then. Subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. And like, comment, and share. It's the best way you can help support the channel in that regard. Also, if you want to, we've got swag you can check out, and we just launched Patreon. The video before this will tell you a little bit about why we did that, and because we had a lot of questions on why we didn't have one, and now is just the appropriate time, I think, to go ahead and do that. Thanks again, everybody. Take care, stay safe. We'll talk soon.